Have you ever wondered why prayer holds such a pivotal role in the life of a Muslim? Today, we delve into this profound question and shed light on the significance of prayer in Islam. It's not merely a ritual, but a fundamental cornerstone of a Muslim's faith and practice. Prayer, or salah, is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, the framework that guides a Muslim's life. It's a spiritual obligation that connects the worshipper directly with God, fostering a deep sense of humility, gratitude, and mindfulness. This daily communion with the divine serves as a reminder of a higher purpose, a beacon guiding Muslims towards righteousness and away from wrongdoing. It's a form of worship that transcends the physical, reaching into the spiritual and emotional realms. It's a time for reflection, for seeking guidance, and for expressing devotion. It's a testament to the eternal bond between the Creator and the created. Understanding the importance of prayer in Islam sets the stage for a deeper exploration into its rituals and practices. Before a Muslim embarks on this spiritual journey of prayer, certain rituals are to be observed. One of these is Wudu, or ritual purification. This act is not just about physical cleanliness, but it's also a way to prepare oneself mentally and spiritually for the act of worship. Let's delve into the process of wudu. The first step is washing the hands. This is done 3 times, each time ensuring that water reaches every part of the hands, from the fingertips to the wrists. This act symbolizes the washing away of worldly matters, preparing the individual to enter a state of spiritual focus. Next, water is taken into the mouth and swirled around before being spat out. This is also done 3 times. The act of washing the mouth purifies the speech, reminding the individual of the importance of truthful and kind words. The nostrils are then cleansed by snuffing water into them and then blowing it out, performed 3 times as well. This act symbolizes the purification of the senses, reminding us to use our senses in a way that is pleasing to our Creator. Following this, the entire face is washed, from the forehead to the chin and from one ear to the other, 3 times. This act is symbolic of presenting a clean, pure face to our Creator. The washing continues with the arms, from the fingertips up to and including the elbows, done 3 times for each arm. This act symbolizes the washing away of misdeeds done by the hands. Next, the head is wiped with water, including the ears. This is done once. This act symbolizes the cleansing of the mind and the hearing, preparing for the reception of wisdom and divine guidance. Finally, the feet up to the ankles are washed, 3 times each. This act symbolizes the washing away of faults, preparing us to walk on the path of righteousness. The act of wudu not only prepares the body, but it also prepares the mind for prayer. It is a time of introspection, of quiet contemplation, and spiritual readiness. It is a beautiful, calming prelude to the spiritual journey that is the Muslim prayer. Following the purification ritual, the next step is the adhan, or the call to prayer. The adhan is a powerful proclamation, a public display of faith that resonates from minarets throughout cities and towns across the globe. It is more than just a call to prayer. It is a call to unity, to community, and to the remembrance of God. The adhan encapsulates the essence of Islam in its profound words. It speaks of the greatness of God, the affirmation of faith in the oneness of God, and the prophethood of Muhammad. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, the adhan serves as a gentle reminder, a spiritual alarm clock, if you will, calling Muslims to take a pause, to disconnect from the world and connect with their Creator. It's a call that signifies the time for prayer has arrived. The adhan, echoing throughout cities and towns, marks the beginning of a spiritual journey. After the call to prayer comes the prayer itself, known as salat. This sacred ritual is a series of physical postures and recitations, each carrying profound spiritual significance. We begin with the standing position, also known as qiyam. This is a moment of upright dignity, where the worshipper stands tall in adoration of the divine, reciting the opening chapter of the Quran, Al-Fatiha. Al-Fatiha, often referred to as the opening, is a prayer for guidance, mercy, and the straight path. Next, the worshipper bows in a position called ruku. This act of bowing is a symbol of humility and respect, as the worshipper lowers their head and heart in reverence to their Creator. While in this position, the phrase Subhana Rabbiyal Adhim, meaning glorious is my Lord the Great, is repeated 3 times. The third posture is prostration, or sujud. This is where the worshipper places their forehead, nose, both hands, knees, and toes on the ground. In this position of ultimate humility, they are closest to their Creator, both physically and spiritually. Here, the phrase, Subhana Rayal Allah, meaning glorious is my Lord, the Most High, is recited 3 times, reflecting the worshipper's complete submission to the divine. Finally, the worshipper sits, known as Jalsa. This position symbolizes tranquility and reverence, as the worshipper recites the Tashahhud, a declaration of faith, and a prayer for blessings upon the Prophet Muhammad. Each of these steps is repeated in cycles known as rak'ahs, with a specific number of rak'ahs designated for each of the 5 daily prayers. This repetition serves to embed the lessons of humility, submission, and peace in the heart of the worshipper, reminding them of their place in the universe, their relationship with their Creator, and their duty as a servant of the divine. Each physical posture of salat has deep spiritual implications, guiding the worshipper through a journey of humility, submission, and peace. This journey is a constant reminder of the divine presence, a guiding light in the daily life of a Muslim. The prayer does not end with the final sitting. There are rituals to be observed after the salat. In the spiritual journey that is the Muslim prayer, the final prostration is not the end of the road. The post-prayer rituals are like the calm after the storm, a time for reflection, for seeking forgiveness, and for remembering the divine. These rituals form an essential part of the prayer process, serving as a bridge between the formal prayer and the rhythm of daily life. One of the key post-prayer rituals is the recitation of specific supplications, known as dhikr. These supplications are typically short phrases that are repeated a certain number of times. For example, Subhanallah, which means glory be to God, Alhamdulillah, meaning praise be to God, and Allahu Akbar, translating to God is the greatest. These phrases are typically recited 33 times each, allowing the worshipper to reflect on the majesty, greatness, and benevolence of the divine. After the dhikr, the worshipper seeks forgiveness from God, known as istighfar. This is a moment of profound humility, where the worshipper acknowledges their shortcomings and sins and implores the divine for mercy and forgiveness. The phrase astaghfirullah, meaning I seek forgiveness from God, is often repeated a number of times, allowing the worshipper to cleanse their heart from the weight of past mistakes. Finally, the worshipper engages in the remembrance of God, known as tasbih. This is not merely a verbal exercise, but an immersive experience where the heart, mind, and soul are all engaged in the contemplation of the divine. This moment of remembrance serves to cement the connection with God, allowing the worshipper to carry the tranquility and serenity of the prayer into their daily life. In essence, these post-prayer rituals serve as a gentle transition from the formal prayer to the hustle and bustle of daily life. They allow the worshipper to carry the spirit of the prayer with them throughout their day, infusing their actions with a sense of divine purpose and direction. These post-prayer rituals serve to cement the connection with the divine, even after the prayer has concluded. As we have seen, the prayer in Islam is more than just a ritual. It is a way of life. Indeed, the journey we embarked on in this video has illuminated the intricate tapestry of devotion that marks the daily life of a Muslim. We have explored the multifaceted aspects of prayer, from the preparations to the post-prayer rituals, all of which underscore the spiritual richness of Islam. Let's take a moment to revisit our journey. We began with the significance of prayer in Islam, understanding it as not just a duty, but a spiritual lifeline connecting the believer to the divine. It is a sacred conversation, a communion with the Creator that transcends the boundaries of time and space. We then delved into the world of Wudu, the ritual purification performed before prayer. This act is not merely about physical cleanliness, but also about preparing the mind and heart for the sacred act of prayer. It is a symbolic washing away of worldly concerns, making way for a pure and focused connection with the divine. Our journey continued with the mesmerizing call to prayer, the adhan. A powerful expression of faith, it serves as a reminder of the divine amidst the hustle and bustle of daily life. Echoing across the landscape, it calls the faithful to pause, reflect, and answer the call of their Creator. Next, we explored the salat, the prayer itself. This ritual, performed 5 times a day, reinforces the connection with the divine, fostering a sense of peace, humility, and gratitude. It serves as a spiritual compass, guiding the believer through the trials and tribulations of life. Finally, we discussed the post-prayer rituals, affirming that the connection with the divine does not end with the prayer. Instead, it continues to resonate in the heart of the believer, influencing their actions, thoughts, and attitudes. In the life of a Muslim, prayer serves as a constant reminder of the divine, an expression of faith, and a path to spiritual growth and development.